Hi guys, it's Zoe and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is another hair review. We've got Alipearl hair today, and this hair came with some lashes and a edge comb, and it is a 26-inch unit. I did get curly hair again. Sorry guys, you must be getting sick of these curly hair tutorials, but I promise this is the last one. I just had to, get in with this one because I just love curly hair. You just can't go wrong with it. But as you can see, it was combing through really easily, and the curls are very loose as well. They almost look like wand curls. So this will actually be a talk through tutorial, so we'll get into all of that in a bit and like the full details of the hair. But I went ahead and just quickly bleached the knots like I normally do with my GRWM bleach, and just spread that on and left it on for about 45 minutes. Actually no, I left it on for about 35 minutes, I want to say. The knots on this wig actually did process really quickly, so yeah, I'd say 30 minutes for this unit. So I washed all of that out, and this is what the curls were looking like when they were completely wet. And as you can see, it's just literally like the nicest curl pattern ever. And this is what the knots were looking like after. I just went ahead and plucked the knots off camera. This is what they ended up looking like. And yeah, let's get into the actual tutorial now. Okay, so I'm going to start off by grabbing my MAC Studio Fix powder in NW58. This is one of their darker shades. I'm normally like an NC50 in MAC, but I find that when I use a darker shade than my skin tone to tint the lace, it does show up better, if that makes sense, because if I was to use like my normal complexion onto the lace, it would just look a bit too light. I don't know, it's weird. But the only thing I did find with this lace, guys, I don't know if you can see it now because I have already tinted it. It's kind of dark, even for me. Luckily I was able to tint it enough to get it to match my forehead. But if you've got a lighter complexion than me, I would say try and find a transparent lace on their website. I know they do offer transparent lace there, but I feel like this on someone that's like, I don't know, lighter than me would struggle tinting it. I don't know. Can you guys see that? I don't know how well that's showing up on camera, but yeah, just make sure you get a transparent lace. I think this is just the general rule of thumb with anything. If you have lighter skin, always look out for transparent lace, because I do believe this is their medium brown lace anyway. So yeah, that is what it is. Okay, now that we've got the lace nicely tinted, I'm just gonna go ahead and pop the wig on off camera. So you just wanna make sure that everything's aligning as close as possible to your hairline. This, I don't know if I don't get the correct size. I think that's the issue. I don't know if I need to size up or down, but I don't know if you can tell, but it's not really aligning with my sideburns. So I have to really maneuver the way it's sitting on my head. And also, I don't know if I mentioned it, but I didn't actually sew an elastic band onto this unit. I don't tend to do that with my frontal unless I really need to, or it's just too big for me. Yeah, it fits snugly on my head, so I don't feel like I needed to sew that on. This is probably one of the harder parts. I'm really struggling to align everything right now. I think that's okay. Is it? Probably not, but let's find out once we cut this lace. I'm just gonna bring this down a little bit to hide that big ass forehead. That's what I love about wigs. I can just hide my massive forehead under my wig and, call it a day. Nobody has to know. So anyway, while we're here, I thought I might as well answer some questions, because I don't feel like you guys know me that well, I haven't ever spoken about myself that much on my channel. I mean, all you guys know is I'm a Capricorn, which, I don't know, maybe that gives off my personality a bit. Maybe that's why I haven't been sharing a lot, but yeah, I just thought let's do some questions. Okay, first question is, how old am I? I'm 21 years old. I'm turning 22 on January the 19th. Don't forget that, guys. But yeah, I'm 21. I often get told I look very young, especially when I'm not wearing any makeup. I've been told several times that I look like a 14-year-old little girl. So I don't know, take it as you want it, but yeah. Okay, another question is, what country am I originally from? I am Ugandan, Rwandan, and like the tiniest bit Somalian. Like I'm talking an eighth Somalian, but I claim it with my chest. Like my grandma was basically half Somalian, and yeah, I sound like one of those girls that try and like include like bare flags in their flipping Instagram bio. That's what I'm sounding like right now, but let me claim it, okay? But yeah, so that's where I'm originally from. I lived there till I was 3 years old. Yeah, I was 3 when I moved away from Uganda. Sorry, I didn't even mention that. And then once I left Uganda, I moved to the Netherlands. I lived in Rotterdam for about, till I was what, 10, I want to say. I lived there till I was 10. And then I moved to England. So, you know, I've been here for 11 years now, guys, 11 years. So I'm just trying to explain, I need to explain like what I'm doing as I go along. How do YouTubers do this? Because I'm trying to like have a conversation and also teach. Basically, I've just worked the hairline and just slicked everything back so I can see where I'm cutting the lace. Okay, so as you can see, I've just cut like a few little slits here at the front. This just makes it a lot easier to cut in sections, because like I always say, cut your lace in small sections and take your time when cutting the lace, because if you now grab it from here and go straight down this way, like go, you can take your time. You know, the lace ain't going anywhere, just breathe. So yeah, definitely take your time to make it look realistic. Like I always say, I need to buy one of them, but get an eyebrow razor. They're the best things ever. That's what like the professional hairstylists use. Like they make cutting the lace so much easier, and it makes it look a lot more realistic as well. I feel like they're literally like £5 for a pack of 10 on Amazon, so definitely look into those. Okay, so the next question is, what is my favorite foundation? And my favorite foundation of all time is the MAC Pro Longwear Waterproof. It comes in a little squeezy tube, and I wear the shade NC50 in it, and when I tell you, it's one of the few foundations that doesn't give me like horrendous smile lines. I always get the worst little like smile lines on my cheeks every time I wear foundation powder. Like there's nothing, you know, I can do to stop it, but when I wear the Pro Longwear, it kind of helps minimize it. It's time to glue the hair down. So I'm going to be using my trusty ORS. Why can't I speak today, guys? I'm going to be using my trusty ORS Fix It spray and gel. Similar to the Got To Be spray and gel, except this one is just better for your hair because it's got special ingredients that are meant for your, you know, your edges being under constant tension. The Got To Be spray, like it wasn't really made for wigs, but this specifically was. So yeah, that's why I like using it, but either or like are amazing. Okay, so now that we've got the wig essentially glued down, I'm gonna part the hair. I normally tend to do before I put the wig on, just to make styling a lot easier, but you know, as usual, I was lazy. But yeah, I'm just quickly gonna do a middle part, I think. And then I'm just gonna clip everything back again. Guys, I've literally forgotten about these questions. I don't have an attention span good enough for this. I feel like I should just do a separate video answering like everyone's questions, because this is a lot. Like I'm trying to be technical, and yeah, forgive me. But I gave you some answers to a few things, I don't know. Okay, right, baby hairs. Where do I want them today? I'm thinking middle, like one here, like a little swoop here, and then side, like here, side, and then a sideburn. Yeah, I'm just gonna section off a little bit from here, maybe like that much. And then I just take my mousse and I just mousse the area that I've just separated it from, just to keep it back, and yeah, just so I don't get confused with things. Then taking my hair gel, the one I was using earlier, just gonna use literally like the tiniest amount, like I'm talking a grain of rice. I'm literally just pressing the hair down just to keep it in place again while I cut the other baby hairs. And then I'm just gonna trim it down to my brow, just before where my brow starts. Let's do that. So yeah, like I said, this hair does actually come with one of these little brushes to swoop your baby hairs with, so you're good, sis, you're good to go. So I'm just gonna swoop the baby hairs right now with the gel that we've already laid down and a bit of mousse. Okay, so guys, look at the difference baby hairs make, like. But yeah, I'm just quickly gonna, because I've got loads of mousse down on my hair right now, I'm just quickly gonna grab my hairdryer with my comb and just press everything down and make sure that everything's dry before we use our hairband. Okay, moving on, I'm gonna grab my trusty hairband. Everyone always asks me where I get like this specific headband from. It's literally from an old jumpsuit, guys. Like, it had a little wraparound tie waist thingy, so I just took it off and used it. Like, it's the perfect fabric for it. But like I always say, you can use anything for this, guys. Thin strip of fabric like this, tights, old pair of leggings if you cut them up into a thin strip. You can use literally anything, like use your imagination. It just needs to be a thin strip of fabric. But yeah, I'm just gonna tie my hair up and just wrap this around my head and just leave it on while we style the rest of the hair. Okay, so this for me is another tedious part. I'm just about to, as you can see, I'm just brushing all the hair out because I'm about to wet the entire body of hair, so we can start styling and putting the products in. I'm really surprised how easily this hair brushes through, by the way. Like, it feels soft. I'm gonna grab my tiny pathetic spray bottle and just start wetting all the hair. This, guys, I'm gonna speed through this because it's actually gonna take a good 15 minutes. Okay, one side done, I'm quickly gonna go do the other side off camera now. Now that both little sections of hair are wet, I'm gonna go ahead and move on to styling. So the first product I'm gonna use is my Shea Moisture Leave-In Conditioner, and I'm just gonna run that all through my hair. I'm literally taking like that much, guys. So I'm just gonna run that all through the legs of the hair. Oh my god, my hoodie. I'm focusing on the ends as well. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with my ORS hairdress. Again, just to help moisturize the curls. I don't use as much of this. I only use like a little bit. Next, I'm just gonna go in with my ORS hair gel again. I'm using about a dollop of that, and I'm just gonna scrunch everything through my hair. I used to just use loads and loads and loads of hair mousse to style my curly hair, like when I'm talking like mountains of mousse. And it was cute, like it's really good if you're trying to like go for a wet look, but it did make the hair really crunchy every time I used it, so that's the only part that I didn't really like, and it was very stiff. But I find that when I do this, the hair still looks defined, but it's not stiff and it still has body, especially when it's dry. Like, yeah, it just doesn't feel crunchy. It's just a lot nicer to work with, so I definitely recommend this. And now I'm gonna do the top of my head and I will be right back. Okay, so now that I've got all the hair nicely saturated in product, I'm just gonna remove the hairbands and do the last bits and bobs of styling. So I actually forgot to film a proper outro for this video, but I do hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something as usual. Make sure you like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys!